Hey friends, Ash here with Gents, and I've got a special video for you guys today. Today, as you saw by the title of the video, is the day I got my 100K silver play button from YouTube in. So I'm gonna unbox this here, show you guys the silver play button in all its glory, and basically just do a quick run through of the channel, I guess, from my point of view. Obviously, I wouldn't be here without all of you guys and girls that have subscribed to the channel over the years. So thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you. This wouldn't be happening. And really, when I started the channel, I didn't ever expect that this would happen. So it's really still kind of crazy to me. But let's go ahead and just jump into the video, roll the intro thing. Okay, so yeah, silver play button. In case you're unaware, when your channel hits 100,000 subscribers, YouTube will get in touch with you and basically send you a little link that you go to and put in your information, and then they send you a silver play button, kind of like a trophy, I guess, a commemorative plaque that you can put up behind yourself in videos to let people know, hey, I got 100,000 subscribers. That's pretty much what this is. It's basically YouTube going up and going, hey, good job. Here, have this. And actually, it does not weigh as much as I thought it would. I thought this was gonna be very heavy, but on the front here, it says that it weighs 3 pounds. So in case you're curious, 3 pounds. I started this channel back in 2015, I believe it was, October of 2015. And I've talked about this before in multiple videos, but I guess I'll run through it again. Basically, I had collected fragrances for a very long time. I mainly was on forums and things like that, and I would just lurk, you know, read reviews, read about new fragrances coming out, stuff like that. I didn't even really pay much attention to the YouTube side of things until maybe 2013, early 2014, something like that. And then I started to see more and more YouTube videos. I actually searched it one day and one of them popped up in Google, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know why I never thought of that, you know, looking on YouTube for stuff on fragrances, and that's how it all got started. I thought to myself, why don't I give it a shot, start my own channel, because I have a whole bunch of fragrances, I've collected them for a long time, and I've got nobody to talk to about them because I live in a fairly small city. None of my friends were heavily into fragrances. My brother liked them a lot, my younger brother, but not really on like a weird kind of level where you have this much stuff. He had like 10, which seems like a whole lot to a normal person, I think, but kind of outdid him. So yeah, that's why I wanted to start the channel. That's why I kind of got things kicked off. The first fragrance I reviewed on this channel is this one, Dior Homme Intense. And that is a terrible video. Pretty much all of my early videos were terrible. First 15 or 20, I feel like right around that range, were all shot pretty much in one single shot. So no real editing whatsoever. Basically, I just turned the camera on. I talked for 5 or 6 minutes straight, unless it was like a list video, and then it would be just me talking for 12 or 13 minutes straight, and that was the video. So if I screwed up, I would just keep it moving and not edit it out, not worry about it, just all one shot. Also, those early videos were filmed with the audio from the camera, so no microphone. Right now there's a shotgun mic up there, and there's also this microphone here, and I use those to sync the audio up. Now, I didn't do that. I had neither of these things, so it was just the microphone from the camera, which is not great. It comes through sounding really thin. There's not a lot of oomph to the audio. It sounds cheap a lot of times and echoey as well, especially where I was filming at the time. So those early videos are just really not very good, but you kind of just have to learn while you're doing things a lot of times, and that's what I was doing. It's what I've been doing as far as the whole recording process goes. And the reason I reached for this one as the inaugural review is because I've always loved this scent, and it's viewed as kind of a modern classic, so that's why I went with it. And another thing that kind of made me want to go with this one is I had a conversation with a sales associate in a fragrance store in a Nordstrom, I believe it was, not locally where I live. We don't have a Nordstrom, but I was on a vacation at the time. And I was smelling through different fragrances, and they actually brought this one up to me because they found out that I was a collector. And they said, oh yeah, this one smells weird to me. You know, it's got this weird smell. And it was the iris that they were talking about, so I kind of talked to that person, that sales associate, about iris and, you know, the whole breakdown of this fragrance and all that stuff. The video though was terrible. It's unlisted on my channel, so you can't even really watch it. If you search it, it won't pop up. I think it has 50 views on it. And I just leave it there unlisted to kind of remind myself, you know, yeah, there's your first video. And I like to have it almost just frozen there in time at 50-ish views with 2 likes and 1 dislike. It was not a great video. And then after that, I reviewed Jimmy Choo Man right here, and I gave it a not great review. And I still think it's not really a great fragrance, but I'm a little more forgiving now on this one because of the price you can pick it up for, the versatility, and the use that lots of guys out there have for this fragrance. So even though it's maybe not the most hyper unique thing on earth, it's not terrible. And then I believe my third review was this one, CK1 Gold. And I can still remember doing this review, having no clue how YouTube worked, and thinking, this is a new Calvin Klein. It should do pretty well. People are probably interested to know how this smells. And I remember when I put this video out, nobody cared at all. But over time, I think it's got a decent amount of views, not a huge amount or anything, but another reason I reviewed this one is because my sister actually is the face of the fragrance. So my sister is a model. She currently lives out in Japan, and she was the face of CK1 Gold. So actually, if you go to Fragrantica, she's the face on there. We have different last names, but that's my sister. So CK1 Gold, that one is kind of important to me as far as my fragrance journey goes. I did buy the 200 milliliter size bottle so I could support my sister, you know, get this huge one that I'm never, ever in a million years going to wear all of this, ever. And the fragrance is, it's okay. It's got fig in here. That's really the big difference with this one. It's, you know, a fig-based CK1. There's also sage neroli and bergamot in here, I believe, but fig is the real main thing that I remember from this one. And then with this fragrance here, Halloween Man, one of the first reviews I did. And this one, I believe, is the first fragrance that I did 2 reviews for. So I had this short-lived idea, very short-lived, where I would do a full review of a fragrance. So that would be like the reviews I do now, where you get the presentation, the breakdown, what I think about it, should you try it, should you buy it, is it a pass for me, is it something I love, all that stuff. But then I would also do a short version. So basically like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, where I just say, hey guys, here's a quick review on whatever, and then bust right through the review really quickly. Like just a quick breakdown. This is what you're gonna get from the fragrance. This is what it smells like. I like it, I don't like it. These are the situations you would wear it in. This is the performance. Done. And try to get it done in under 2 minutes. So I did that with Halloween Man. I did that with The Orchid Man by Frapont. And I really don't know if I did it again past that. I did those 2 where I would do the full review, and then a short review would come out basically the same time or the day after. And I actually shot those as 2 separate videos, so it wasn't me just chopping up the full review and then putting it into a small review. I did both, but nobody seemed to care about the quick reviews. They just immediately were crushed by the full review. Nobody cared about them, nobody watched them, so I was like, well, I guess I won't do those. So that was the first time that I had kind of an idea of a series or type of video that I wanted to do that just failed horribly. And I was like, well, maybe don't do that. And in case you're unaware of Halloween Man, what this smells like, pretty similar to Paco Rabanne 1 Million. There's a bunch of cinnamon in there, vanilla, and there's actually a martini note, but pretty close to Paco Rabanne 1 Million. So those 4 fragrances are the first ones that I really reviewed on this channel. That's kind of what got me going. It's this weird mix mash of fragrances, but that's where I started off. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think the Orchid Man might actually be the first niche fragrance I reviewed on this channel. Kind of random. Again, I could be wrong, but if that wasn't the first niche fragrance, it was really, really close to being the first. So let's crack into this. Let's check this out. Ooh. All right, so there's a little piece of foam over top of the stuff. Oops. Try to show you guys this. There's a little card in here. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thanks, Rick. And here's a little thing. I'll read that in a second, but ooh, there it is. Cool. I actually think that my kids are going to be more excited about this than I am. I mean, it's super awesome, but I think they're going to like it more than I do even. They get really hyped about YouTube stuff. Here's a little letter. It says, you've just done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. And that's you guys and gals. So thank you again. We know that numbers on YouTube can get really big, but we hope that you don't lose sight of the reality behind that 6-digit milestone. Each and every person who has subscribed to your channel has been touched by what you created. They were inspired, challenged, or entertained. I don't know about that, but if you guys ever were, then awesome. And it goes on and says some more nice things. It's YouTube giving me a pat on the back, so thank you, YouTube. And there's the button. It's got a little plastic around it, so let's get this out. I can purchase authorized copies of my creator award if I email Society Awards, blah, 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 blah. So get one for free, I guess, and you can order more. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have to hang this up back behind my videos, I guess. That's what everybody does, isn't it? It's the trendy thing to do. So here it is, the Silver Play Button Award. It's super reflective. It's a mirror right there, which I'm sure you can tell. It's really not very heavy, but it's the thought that counts. So it looks like stainless steel or something. Too bad it's not real silver. I mean, that would be worth a decent chunk of change if it was all solid silver. But there it is, guys. Presented to Gents for passing 100,000 subscribers from YouTube. And then on the back, you can see actually right here, you can hang it up if you want. You could hang it on the wall like a little picture, a little memento. I can see myself in the reflection. Cool. So this award is not just mine. This award is yours as well. All of you out there that have supported me for 4.5 years, I think now. Yeah, thank you. I never expected this to happen. Thank you, everyone out there. Yeah, just thank you. For everyone that stuck with me over the years and for the people that are just joining me now, thank you guys. We have hundreds and thousands more fragrances to talk about in the future, both old ones and new ones, and I'm glad you're along for the ride with me. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for all your support. I am gonna call it a night. It's late right now. I put off opening this all day. Now I'm gonna go show it off a little bit. So thanks guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe out there.